first one I want to share with you is iCleaner Pro. This is probably going to be the most beneficial and helpful tweak that you can get. It's this little blue icon here with a broom on it, and what it will do, allow you to troubleshoot that sort of stuff. You can go in here and turn off tweaks, that thing, and that way you can see if a particular tweak is giving you issues. We do have a video that goes into more detail, but just hit the little plus button down here and then Cydia substrate right here, and as you can see here is the list. Just go down through there and turn on and off whatever you don't want to use and troubleshoot. Awesome little tweak to troubleshoot with. And right here looks like it's probably right. Activator. This is probably going to be one of the biggest tweaks in Cydia that you will ever learn to use. I suggest go ahead and you learn to use it right now. I use it every day. You can set up hundreds of different gestures. Just for an example, I've got mine set when I hold the status bar to take a screenshot. Watch this. You saw that flash? Trust me guys, there's hundreds of other ways you can do things with Activator. It has its own little icon. Hopefully I can find it here right there. When you open it up, you see you got all these different, from all these different locations you can do things, but from anywhere you can set it to do all these things you see here. You can turn your music on and off, you can turn your volume up and down. I actually have my volume set to go up when I touch the right side of the status bar, down when I touch the left side of the status bar. It's very, very handy. That way you don't have to open an app up or do anything like that. You can set things up. Very cool app, guys. Check it out. The next one we're going to talk about, you just saw there, was Anemone or something like that, little pink icon right there. This is a theming tweak, and you can download tweaks and themes and add in here. And I've added one in here called Milkshake. I was watching iTweaks earlier. He had this on his, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Which he had some actual wallpaper that looked better than what I've got. But I don't even have mine turned on. Looks like I don't even have it enabled. But if we were to do this, it would require a respring, and I don't want to have to stop the video for that. But you see what you can turn it on and off here. You can turn things on and off, all different sorts of icons, badges. You can make your control center even be themed. The one I like the most about all this is you can theme your settings right down here, your settings icons. I really like how it adds that extra little punch and makes it look really nice. That's called Milkshake. Check it out. It's part of the Anemone, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Another one I want you to check out is called No Power Alert. That gets rid of all that battery business whenever you get down to 20%. It automatically kicks that off. You don't have to worry about that. Another one is called OTA Killer. You be sure you can check it out. That way you don't accidentally download something. But if you download iCleaner Pro, you don't have to worry about that, because you can come in iCleaner Pro and actually enable that from in here. You don't even have to download an extra tweak. See, this actually allows you to turn that on and off right here. So you got OTA software updates right there. All you need to do is flip that on, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about here is no folder backgrounds, and it's just a little something extra to add. You know, it's not nothing necessary, but if you see, here's a folder and it's gotten rid of my background. It just sort of blends in with everything else here on that you see when you open it up. Very cool little tweak, and definitely one I recommend checking out. You've been noticing my icon spinning, and you've been sitting there chomping at the bits. What is that? What is that? What is that? If you're new, you probably don't know. If you've been in the jailbreak community very long at all, you know that's Cylinder. And Cylinder allows you to choose, I think it's maybe like 6 or 7 different gestures at one time that you can have enabled. And you can even set it to randomize those if you wish. And all that's customizable from under the settings part here. Go down here to Cylinder, and in here you go to the effects section, and in here you can choose, I think it's like 6 or 8 different things, but you see there's hundreds of different. Actually, there will be thousands of combinations if you were to figure it all up mathematically, and would even you know, it would be astronomical. But anyway, Another one, guys, and I probably should have started off with this one, is one that you definitely need to get. Is called Rocket Bootstrap. But before we go on to this, right while we're looking at this screenshot here, CC Recorder for iOS 10. This is a free one, guys, and it allows you to record your screen. Ryan Patrick, I don't think, has updated display recorder yet, which is sort of the OG display recorder for the iPhone or iOS. But now CC Recorder is sort of rooting in on his territory, and this one here actually puts a little icon in your control center right down here on top, which I don't actually have it working properly right now. I have installed it, but I couldn't really get things working out just exactly right. But that doesn't mean it's not a bad tweak. It's because I've got so many on my device trying to make this video for you guys, and I do not recommend doing this at all, because I've spent most of my day trying to figure out and troubleshoot, and it's definitely not worth it. I'm just doing it, like I said, for the sole purpose of the video. And another thing you see here that's missing is my labels, and a way you can do this is by downloading Hide Labels 10. But you can also do this with Anemone. You probably saw while we were in there, there was an option that you could choose, and you could disable icons, and I think it was actually up here in the main section. No icon labels right here, and I think I have that checked. So see how things sort of start stepping over one another, and it causes a little bit of conflict, and then that's when you get all these Apple loops, and you have to start looking for videos from guys like me to try to figure out just what the fuck's going on and what have you done. Another cool one is called Wormhole, guys, and this one here, it adds a little bit of extra punch too. What it does is to let you respring whenever you want to, and it adds it under your control center right here. It'll add right there under the Do Not Disturb. You just sort of long press on that, and it'll pop up right there, but I don't actually have it installed, but that doesn't mean, like I said, that it's not worth getting. Very, very cool tweak, and definitely one you want to check. Another cool one you're going to like is called Speedy. Now, Speedy removes animations from your device. It's sort of like, there's the, I can't think of the other one now. I've got so many tweaks in my mind, but we had one from the last 2 or 3 jailbreaks. It was sort of the OG, if you want to call it that, tweak for this speed customizer. What was it called? I'll think of it the very second this camera is shut off. I know it will. But anyway, you want to go in here and type in Speedy and check it out. S-P-E-D-Y. Speedy, right up here at the top. Yeah, like I said, it is free. This is the first version, guys. This is going to be a killer tweak, because I know this guy's probably going to add a lot of the good stuff. What it does is it removes the animations from when you're opening apps and things like that. It don't have all that little fancy popping in and out and all that stuff. It takes all that away, and it makes your device appear to be running so much faster, and actually it does probably make it faster. Very cool tweak. Grab it. I know you'll enjoy it. Alright guys, the next one we're going to talk about is called Hot Dog. Now this is a lock screen tweak too, and it lets you customize a lot of things on your lock screen. Another cool lock screen tweak is one called, shoot, I don't want to get all these mixed up, so we'll just sort of take them as they come. But anyway, Camera Shy, what that does is it removes that little icon down at the bottom right side. If that sort of gets on your nerves, you can install Camera Shy and get rid of it. Dark Messages, this does exactly what you would think. It turns your messages dark. Let me show you what that looks like with Dark Messages installed. I'm going to open up my Messages app. I prefer it full time. I use this always on mine, and it's called Dark Messages. The other tweak I was trying to find there and I couldn't get my hands on is actually called Modem LS or whatever. But anyway, we'll get to it here just in a second. The next one is called Time Until Alarm. Now what this does, it is when you set your alarms, it tells you how long you have until they go off beside of your alarm when you open up your alarm in your clock settings app. So that's a pretty cool little deal. The next one is called No Page Dot 7. All these guys have been updated. That removes the page dots on your screen. Flip Control Center, another cool little tweak. What it does is in your flip, if you pull up your control center up here at the top, it lets you customize the actual settings you have right there. You can make them be in whatever order or whatever you want them to be. There's so much to choose from. I have that in a video on here. Icon Renamer, that's another cool one, and it allows you to rename the icons on your springboard to whatever you would want them to be. Personally, I a lot of times I keep my labels hidden. Swipe for more. Now this is a really cool tweak, because what it does is inside of Cydia, rather than have you pull up all these different things and tap and then hit install and modify or whatever, you actually swipe to the left and it puts a little option here over on the right side to put it in queue, and then that way you can download like 6 or 8 different things at a time without having any problems. But I tried to install some of these today, guys, and where there's so many of them, I figured it would be better just to list them out and just sort of describe them to you, rather than try to put them all and cram them in one video, because you're not going to be able to take the time to look anyway. This is basically just to get you aware of them. It's not really a review of the tweak. Another cool one that I think that you'll really get a lot of use from is one that I really enjoy, and if you don't have a device that has 3D touch, Peekaboo will actually add the 3D touch. Some of the options actually will right to your screen, but you know, there is what we need here now, developers, you listen to me, we need a way to disable these this jiggle mode, be able to turn it off, because I've noticed that's been an issue. The cool tweak here, it's called Preference 2, I think, maybe Preference Pane. Let's see what it's called here. I'm getting all jumbled up here, seems like. This video is going to shit. Preference Organizer 2. This is it right here. It actually lets you organize your tweaks and things in different settings. You see, I have my regular applications over here in a different location than I do my tweaks. All my tweaks are in a different section, which makes it much better to get to use them. And here's Peekaboo, and I have the sensitivity turned way up. There was something I refer to peak and something they refer to as pop. The peak is the amount your finger touches the screen needed to peek into something. The pop is the amount your finger touching the screen needed to pop into something, which to me that sort of sounds like the same thing, but apparently it ain't. And if you have any problems, it says to turn on that messages. All you do, and trust me guys, this was working really good earlier. I've actually probably installed something that's got a conflict or something with it. Peekaboo, but trust me, it's very nice. If you don't have 3D touch on your device, trust me, you want it. Another one, and this may be the culprit right here, because earlier today I had some issues when I pulled this one up. Tap tick keys. This is it adds this tap to your screen, to your keyboard, but it's sort of giving me some problems, you know, so you might want to be sort of leery about checking it out. But anyway, it's a pretty nice little tweak when you can get it functioning properly. Alright guys, the name of the one I couldn't think of was Tap Tick Keys. Tap Tick Keys. This is it here on the screen. You see right here, it puts that little vibration and that little ticking sound when you touch the keys, like on a lot of the Android phones that's out now. very nice little tweak, very worth checking out. And also one that we was looking at earlier that I really didn't do a very good job explaining is called Modem LS. I'm not even sure that's how you pronounce it, but anyway, it adds this really cool looking little battery up here, and it shows the battery level you have, and you can also scoot your date and do a few other little things. And on Camera Shy, guys, I spoke of it earlier in the video, but it removes the little icon down here in the bottom right corner on your lock screen. And it's very simple, you know, it's not very much to it, but I wanted to touch back on that to make sure that you did know what that one was about. Okay. Another cool one is called Status File X, and like I said, we've got detailed videos on a lot of these, but if you get your phone and open it to the screen, and if you hold the volume key down, you'll see in the status bar up there the little round bars, that's your volume. Just a little bit better volume HUD than Apple offers. Definitely one you see on my screen a lot. Another cool volume HUD though is one called Sonos. This requires an additional repo, but it'll be in the description for you. What this one does actually is it puts a full line up there, and the line comes all the way across the screen when it's full and goes back down as you go back to lower your volume. But personally, I prefer the other one, but that's all in your taste. Another cool one is Fingal. You probably saw on my screen, this is a theming tweak, and you see how my icons are animated. That's coming through Fingal. When you download it, you only get one theme, but it's pretty cool. But you can get other free ones as well. Go in here to your tweaks. Remember, we got them in a different location now. Go to Fingal, and right here you see I have this one called Basic Example. You download other themes, and they will appear under the disabled part. You just drag them and drop them up there in Respring, and it will update your theme. Very cool little tweak, guys. I apologize about my dog. She's not been doing very well. She's sick. The adaptive color alerts, and what this does is it makes your colors the same color of your wallpaper, but it does have some customizations in it. If you want to come in here to the settings and go down to the bottom here, we'll go over to adaptive color alerts, and you can see that it is for iOS 10, and you can got some different things you can customize in here. Your wallpaper to make it look more like your wallpaper. If you want your alerts that pop up on your screen to appear that way, pretty cool little tweak. Another one right here is called Blurred. What this does is it adds the black keyboard right here. It's sort of a subtle black, if you want to call it black, system wide. That way you don't have that big bright white keyboard knocking you in the face right off the bat when you do open up messages or something of an app. Kill Background 10. Another cool tweak that's been updated for iOS 10. We got a lot of tweaks coming on board, guys. Kill Background 10 right here, and it's got a lot of different customizations, but one of the primary reasons I wanted to install this is it prevents you from being able to delete. You see when you're I'm sorry about all the notifications, but shit, god damn, come on now. Now I'm rattled. Oh motherfucker. Kill Background 10. It prevents you from being able to delete apps. You know, if you got kids, or maybe you're a big kid and don't want to delete your apps accidentally by putting it in your pocket. And I have done that before. That is something that I have been known to do, is put my phone in my pocket and accidentally put it in wiggle mode and delete things I didn't want deleted. Another cool one here while we're in here looking in notes, prediction shortcuts. This adds copy and paste up here in your bar. You don't have all that native stock stuff. Another cool one here is called iProtect. Now you have to start it off with a password, and I've entered 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go enter. And right here you get 10 free days to try it out. If you want to buy it, then you have to buy it, but It is free at the moment, so depending on how you want to look at it, whether you want to call this one a free one or not. But what I like about it is you can actually set up which particular apps that you protect. So you can turn on the fingerprint scanner and all that bunch of hoopla, but I don't really like it. But anyway, if you go in here and you turn on I Protect, you can 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now system applications right here. If I wanted to protect my calculator, I would toggle this on, and then when I come back out here and try to open up my calculator, it's going to ask me for a password. So if you want to password protect your photos or something like that, very, very cool to have. Or your messages app. It adds another layer of protection to your phone, guys, and definitely one I think you would like to have. Another one here is another quick and easy one. Is called alarm control, and what this does is it just lets you toggle on all your alarms at one time. So if you're going to have all of your alarms going on and off at the same time, why the fuck would you want to do that? But I won't have no idea. But anyway, another one up here in the status bar, get rid of all that AM PM stuff. That's called Hide Meridian. Another cool one. Another one we've seen in previous jailbreaks is called iWidgets, and what you do is come over here and hold your finger on the screen, and then you get a pop-up. You should get a pop-up. Apologize, guys. Bloopers. And there we go. You can install other widgets from Cydia, like weather, clock. Oh man, they got hundreds of different things you can install right there. But anyway, it's a cool way to add widgets to your springboard, home screens, stuff like that. Makes it a real nice customizable way to add things to your device. You know, iWidgets just come on board too. Auto, let's see what we got here. I can't even read my auto launch. This one is if you have a application you're inside of and it crashes on you, then it will automatically launch it back up without you having to do that. Very, very cool one. Another one here that we can show you down here is called Little Emoji, I think. Maybe that's what it is. It actually gets rid of that icon for the speaker on your keyboard to where you can speak, and puts the emoji here to where it's right there on your springboard. I'm not your springboard, but your keyboard. And that way you don't have to actually hit another key or choose the keyboard. But you can also turn off the emoji keyboard using this tweak if you don't want to, by going into settings and going down here to your emoji right here, emoji key. I told you wrong, it's called emoji key is what it's called. And right here you can turn on and off things for the keyboard. You can skip the emoji keyboard if you don't want to use it. And, you know, you can turn it on, turn it off, however you want to do it. It's going to be totally left up to you. Now here's one you definitely want to try, called Grasshopper. What it does is it allows you to have picture in a picture. And I really just can't believe that this one is free, but it is. So I'm going to turn that off right there. Sorry about that. You see you get this little button right here inside the screen here. Now, and you see right here now you got picture in a picture. The first one here we're going to talk about on the screen you see is Fingal. And this is the one causing our icons to move. And we talked a little bit about Fingal in a previous video. But Fingal is free, but it only comes with one theme, and that's it right here. You see that I have it enabled, and you just simply pick them up, put them on the enable disable part, and respring, and you're good to go. So you have to get more themes, and probably would cost money, but myself, I like the free one, Fingal. The next one we're looking at here is called Hot Dog. We'll go ahead and get the ones you see right out of the way. If you look at my lock screen, my time is in a little bit different place, but out there, down at the bottom, you see I have some customized text, and that's all coming through Hot Dog. Hot Dog allows you to do much, much more than you see me doing with it. You can customize many different things, and we'll go look inside here. You see you can customize your status bar, lock screen, slide to unlock, passcode view, caller user interface, power down. Just so much inside here that you can change with Hot Dog. Be sure and check it out. Next one we're looking at is Moat LS. This is a lock screen tweak too, which could be sort of interfering with the way that Hot Dog's working right now, but we're going to show you this one anyway because it's got the awesome battery animation here. But here in this one too, you can change your the position of your time and date, which I've sort of fiddled around inside of modem here with this, and you can see right here date and time alignment. I have it pushed all the way to the right. If I push it all the way to the left, you see you can push it, bring it all the way over to the left side. Then right there, it's right on top of the battery. It doesn't look very good, so we'll move it back. But you can see you can change the battery placement right here. This, I'm assuming, is like an X and Y axis you're running on. So, you know, just sort of position these things wherever you may want them. That's going to be left up to you. Next one is Hide Labels 10. And all the repos that you need for this will be in the description below too. This one you're going to have to add repo probably. It's the Danny Glover repo, which will have that link for you below. But as you can see on my screen, I don't have any type of icons, and to me, why, you don't really need them. I mean, you recognize everything just by the icon anyway. So that's Hide Labels 10. The next one we're talking about is Noctis. Now this is a very, very popular tweak in the community right now, and one that was really hyped up. What it does is it customizes the way that your control center looks. It sort of gives you a dark mode, if you will, and you see there you get the little toggle. You can turn it on and off just by tapping that. So one thing I do want to share with you, I don't know what caused this, but you see here where my sharing my display, our display, you can't really see anything in here, but if you tap on it, it appears, and you see now I'm sharing on my Apple TV, which now I may have messed everything up where I can't even share with you guys. Got everything running fluent like again. Now we're back in. We're going to go to one of the bigger tweaks, and one of the most popular we're going to talk about today probably is called Activator. Now this is in the Ryan Patriots repo, and you know, the majority of his tweaks are free, and he's an awesome developer, guys. He is a developer that's been in the jailbreak community ever since I came on board, which was probably the first, I think the first jailbreak they ever had that I can remember. Activator is one of those tweaks. It just does so much that we could, you know, sit here, do an entire video on it, and still not show you everything it does. But it allows you to add gestures to do things anywhere and everywhere you can imagine, from anything you want to do, like turn the volume up and down on your device, or take something as simple as a screenshot. And I have mine set up here from anywhere. I've actually got it if you tap and hold on the home button, and if you touch the right side you turn the volume up, touch the left side you turn the volume down, and if you hold in the middle you can take a screenshot. All that through, I done all that through Activator, and I did it right here. You can see the little icons next to all the gestures here. So I'm going to try to show you these. If you just simply tap where the clock is and hold, it'll take a screenshot and you'll see that flash. Okay, if you touch the right side, you see the volume's going up. If you touch the left side, you see the volume is going down. So it is working. Okay, and you see right there is the volume up there in the status bar. If you look, it's coming down. Okay, and that's all that's through Activator. You may ask how I'm getting that in the status bar. That's another tweak we're going to talk about, and it is see up there in the status bar with the volume. It's called Status Vol, VOLX, and this is for iOS 10. There are ones for iOS 9 and other versions. but you can see it puts the little dots up there. I never did really understand why Apple didn't do something like that, but anyway, that's status file. The next one we're going to look at is the black keyboard everywhere, and it's really cool tweak to have. It puts a black keyboard everywhere you go on your device, whether you're in Notes, whether you're in Twitter or Facebook. Doesn't really matter where you are, you get that black keyboard, and it's really got a cool look to it. So, you know, I really enjoy it. And you can see here, there it is back again, the black keyboard. And it doesn't matter, you know, which way you turn the device, it'll still be there, just like you want it to be. Another one we're going to look at is called the OTA killer. Now, to me, this is probably one of the most important ones we're going to talk about today, because it will prevent you from updating your software. So it actually kills the OTA and doesn't allow you to do that. So if you go in here and we'll go to our installed ones and go down to where in OTA right here, you can see that it actually has version iOS 10, and all these do. It's out. All these are iOS 10 ready, or we won't be talking about them. But if you need to get some information about this in here as far as what it does and what it's capable of doing, just install it, and it will prevent you from doing anything you don't need to do that will get your jailbreak removed. Another one is a cool one. It's called Camera Shy. We did a video that had this one in it just a few days ago. Here we are with Camera Shy, and doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of notes on it, but you know, it does state it that's supported with iOS 10.x on all devices and all display modes. So, you know, you can come in here if you need to. It says it makes the tiny glyph, just what I was talking about. It hides that in the corner, while it also hides the page dots. And what's got my attention about this is the developer also states that it's expected to receive multiple updates in the future, bringing some more awesome features. To me, this tweak has just started and really could have a whole lot to offer. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is another very important one, and will really help you along the way. And it's actually on my device. I do apologize for not having that last one on there, but this one is called iCleaner Pro. Now, iCleaner Pro, what this does is it lets you clean up your device and remove all those junk files that you really don't need. And this will just help keep your device running smoother. And if you want to talk about all the different things that you can do in here, just come over to the page in Cydia and read up on everything. But my important thing is just letting you see right there on the screen, compatible with iOS 4 through 10. So, you know, we are safe on here, and it's real easy to use. You just open it up and touch whatever it is that you're needing, and it will actually clean up everything right there, right in front of you. Really a good one to have. And there was even one that you could even get when the side loading was available, and you can see right here it puts an icon on your springboard, and just like a regular application. And it may take it just a second to load up because I haven't opened it yet. But as you can see there, what it does is it analyzes your device, and it tells you what you can turn on and off and remove and all that kind of stuff. Just sort of myself, I just sort of leave these default settings on, because if you go messing around in here not knowing what you're removing, you may remove something that removes your jailbreak. And like I've said, this is a very touchy situation now, because you can't restore. You know, earlier when you could restore, you could sort of take chances and do whatever you wanted to do. Awesome way, guys, right now is to clean up your device, and definitely one you want to keep on there and check out. Another one of those tweaks that you really, you know, it's not really a whole lot of big deal, but it makes things look better. It's called the no folder background. And as you can see here, this sort of removes that little boundary or outline or whatever of your folders, and to me it just looks better. It's easier to, you know, it's just cleaner look. There's nothing to configure. You just download it and install it, and that's it. You know, there's nothing else to do. And that goes right along with the next one I'm going to share with you, called No Low Power Alerts. And that's one thing about this new battery thing that iOS 10 offers, is those low power alerts. And they really have gotten on my nerves when I've been like playing a game or doing things I didn't want to be interrupted with. I would get all these pop-ups or banners or whatever telling me my battery was getting low, and you know, that's just bugs the shit out of me. You know, it may not bother other people, but it really did bug me. So guys, I think that's about 15, maybe 20 right there that we've hit on. And just to be sure that we have at least shown you that many, I'm going to open up one of my another one I'm going to show you here is called Keep Banners, and I've not been able to get it to work properly, but this is one I like to have personally, because if you miss a message or something, this makes sure that doesn't happen. And what this does is it makes your banners stay there till you dismiss them yourself, and to me that's the best way. But that's personal preference, you know. Like I said, you know, it's all left up to me. Another one you're going to make sure that's on there, just to be sure, is substrate safe mode. This came with your jailbreak. Don't go in here and jack with this. This is a very important little thing. This will help you remove bad tweaks and so forth. If you need to, you can put your device in safe mode. If you need help with that, I have a video on that that'll help you get rid of those bad tweaks without having to actually remove any of your other stuff or lose your jailbreak. So keep that in mind. So I think we've pretty much hit on everything I was going to talk about, but just to make sure, like I said, I'm going to take you into one of these repos here that just pretty much everything in here you see is iOS 10 ready, and that's in the Danny Glover repo. So you go in here and just sort of look around. If there's anything in here that I didn't hit on that you want, most and about everything you see in here, it'll have iOS 10 ready somewhere if it's been updated and ready for it. So keep that in mind. If you're downloading anything, just make sure when you open it up that you see right there in the description or in the notes somewhere where it says, for instance here it says hides icon labels on iOS 10. Okay, that lets you know that it's iOS 10 ready. So keep that in mind. You're looking to make sure you've got some compatibility with iOS 10. A lot of these YouTubers I've been on here looking around, they're making these videos with the top 50 and the top 100 and all that bullshit, and when there's not even that many out there yet, guys. So if you download these tweaks that they're sharing with you, and they're just doing this trying to get their YouTube videos up, and their views and their subscribers and all that, well, all that's good and fine. But when you're putting information out there that's not really good information, to me that's bullshit. And like I've always said here on my channel, we leave the bullshit at the door. So if you want something that's straight up, I will always tell you straight up. I'll never be bullshitting you about anything. Keep that in mind when you're on my channel, and tell all your friends to come over here and check it out. Guys, if you aren't on my Twitter and Facebook, come over there and hit me up. You know, I share a lot of stuff over there daily, and I'm always just over there just jacking around and aggravating people. But anyway, hit that subscribe button before you leave, and like I said, share this on Facebook and Twitter, and keep coming back.